Last month, my friend Robert made a decision that shocked everyone who knew him. His ex-girlfriend Elena texted him after 3 months of complete silence. Not 3 days, not 3 weeks, 3 full months of absolute radio silence. Her message was simple. "Hey, how have you been?" As if she had just stepped out for coffee and not vanished from his life for 90 days without a single word of explanation. Robert looked at that message for exactly 5 seconds. Then he did something that most men would never have the courage to do. He deleted it without responding. He blocked her number, and he went back to his life. You won't believe what happened next. 2 weeks later, Elena showed up at Robert's gym, not to work out, to see him. She had driven 45 minutes across town to a gym she had never been to before, just to accidentally bump into him. When Robert saw her, he did not stop his workout. He did not walk over to talk. He simply nodded once, the way you might acknowledge a stranger, and continued his set. Elena stood there for 10 minutes waiting for him to come over. He never did. She left. And according to Robert's mutual friend Elena, spent the next month telling everyone that Robert had changed, that he was not the same sweet guy anymore, that she dodged a bullet. Before we continue, please subscribe to this channel if you want to understand the psychology behind why women disappear, and then come back expecting everything to be exactly the same. Hit that notification bell, because what I am about to reveal will save you months of confusion and help you maintain your dignity when this inevitably happens to you. Here is what Robert understood that most men never figure out. When a woman disappears and then comes back like nothing happened, she is not coming back because she missed you. She's coming back because something else fell through. Let me tell you the full story of what happened to Robert, because his journey from doormat to self-respecting man is something every man over 40 needs to hear. Robert is 52 years old, divorced for 7 years, successful financial advisor, 2 kids in college. He met Elena at a charity fundraiser 18 months ago. Elena was 46, never married, worked in marketing. Beautiful woman, intelligent, charming. The first 3 months were incredible. They texted constantly. They saw each other 3 or 4 times a week. The chemistry was undeniable. Robert thought he had finally found someone after his divorce. He was ready to introduce her to his kids. He was already thinking long-term. Then something shifted. Elena started taking longer to respond to texts. The excuses began. "Work is crazy right now. I am dealing with family stuff. I just need some space to figure things out." Robert gave her space. He did not push. He did not demand explanations. He was understanding, patient, mature. And then one day she was just gone. No final conversation, no explanation, no closure, complete silence. Robert went through all the stages. First came confusion. What did I do wrong? He replayed every conversation, every date, looking for the mistake that was not there. Then came anger. How could she just disappear like that after everything we shared? Then came the desperate urge to reach out. His thumb hovered over her name in his phone 100 times. He drafted messages he never sent. But Robert did something smart. He talked to me. And I told him the truth he needed to hear. I said, "Robert, she did not disappear because you did something wrong. She disappeared because someone else appeared. Maybe an ex came back. Maybe she met someone new. Maybe she was juggling multiple options and decided to explore the other one first. It does not matter why she left. What matters is that she felt comfortable enough to leave without any explanation, which tells you everything about how much she respects you." Robert did not want to believe it at first. He made excuses for her. Maybe she's going through something difficult. Maybe she's scared of getting hurt. Maybe she just needs time. I said, "Robert, let me ask you a question. If you truly valued someone, if you genuinely cared about them, would you disappear for months without a word? Would you leave them wondering what happened, blaming themselves, questioning their worth, or would you at least send a simple message explaining that you need space?" That question changed something in Robert. He stopped making excuses for her behavior. He stopped checking his phone, hoping to see her name. He got busy with his life again. He focused on his work, his health, his kids, his hobbies. He went on a few dates with other women, nothing serious, just reminding himself that options exist. And then, 3 months later, that text arrived. "Hey, how have you been?" Most men would have responded immediately. They would have been so relieved that the ghost came back that they would forget all the pain of being abandoned. They would jump at the chance to explain that everything is fine, that they missed her too, that they would love to see her again. But Robert did not do that, because Robert understood something crucial. Her casual, breezy message was not an apology. It was a test. She was checking to see if he was still sitting by the phone, waiting for her ready to pick up exactly where they left off with no questions asked. Let me explain the psychology of what is happening when a woman comes back like nothing happened. When she disappeared, she was not thinking about you. She was exploring other options. Maybe it was another man. Maybe it was just the freedom of being single. Maybe it was her ex who came back into the picture. Whatever it was, it seemed more appealing than what she had with you. But here's the thing about grass is greener syndrome. The grass is not actually greener on the other side. It just looks that way from a distance. So what happened during those 3 months? That exciting new option probably did not work out the way she hoped. The ex she went back to reminded her why they broke up in the first place. The freedom of being single turned out to be lonelier than she expected. The new guy she was dating lost interest or showed his true colors, and suddenly you do not look so bad anymore. In fact, you start looking pretty good. You were stable, reliable, you actually cared about her, so she decides to check back in. But here's the crucial part. She does not come back with an apology. She does not acknowledge what she did. She does not take responsibility for disappearing. She just sends a casual text as if no time has passed, as if she did not leave you hanging for 90 days wondering what the hell happened. This is not an accident. This is calculated. By acting like nothing happened, she is testing to see if you will let her get away with it. If you respond enthusiastically, if you welcome her back with open arms, you are essentially telling her that her behavior was acceptable. You're telling her that she can disappear whenever she wants for however long she wants, and you will still be there waiting when she gets bored or lonely or when her other options dry up. You are confirming that you are her backup plan, her safety net, her sure thing. Robert understood this. That is why he deleted the message and blocked her number. He was not trying to play games. He was not trying to make her chase him. He was not trying to punish her. He was simply protecting his self-respect. Now let me tell you about another man I know named Trevor. Trevor is 49, also divorced, owns a small construction company. Trevor went through almost the exact same situation. Woman named Monica disappeared after 4 months of dating, came back 6 weeks later with a casual text. But Trevor responded differently than Robert. Trevor was so relieved to hear from Monica that he texted back within 5 minutes. "So good to hear from you. I've been thinking about you. Would love to catch up. How about dinner this weekend?" Monica agreed. They went to dinner. She gave some vague explanation about needing space and figuring things out. Trevor accepted it without pushing for details. They started seeing each other again. For 3 weeks, things were great. Then the same pattern repeated. Monica started pulling away again, taking longer to respond, making excuses, and then one day gone again, this time for 8 weeks. And then she came back again, with the same casual text. "Hey, how are you?" And Trevor, because he had already established that this behavior was acceptable, welcomed her back again. This cycle continued for over a year. Monica would disappear for weeks or months, then pop back up when it was convenient for her, and Trevor would always take her back. By the time Trevor finally ended it, his self-esteem was destroyed. He felt like he had wasted over a year of his life being someone's backup option. He felt stupid for not seeing the pattern earlier. He felt angry at himself for not having the strength to walk away. So here's what you need to understand. How you respond when she comes back like nothing happened will determine whether you are Robert or Trevor. Will you be the man who values himself enough to walk away from disrespect? Or will you be the man who is so desperate for validation that you will accept breadcrumbs? Let me give you the exact framework for how to handle this situation. When that casual text comes, here are your options. Option 1 is the complete silence approach. This is what Robert did. You do not respond at all. You delete the message and optionally block the number. This sends the clearest possible message. Your behavior was so disrespectful that you have lost the right even to my acknowledgement. The door is closed and you are on the outside. This is the most powerful option because it completely denies her the validation she came looking for. Option 2 is the brief detached response. You wait at least 24 hours, preferably 48, and then you send something short and emotionally neutral. "I'm doing well, thanks for asking." No questions about where she has been. No enthusiasm, no invitation to continue the conversation, just a polite acknowledgement and nothing more. This communicates that you are civil, but not interested in picking up where you left off. Option 3 is the direct confrontation approach. This only works if you genuinely do not care about the outcome. You respond with something like this. Interesting to hear from you after 3 months of silence. What exactly made you think it was acceptable to disappear without explanation and then show up like nothing happened? This forces her to either take accountability or reveal her true character by making excuses. Either way, you get clarity. Now let me be very clear about something. None of these approaches are about punishing her. None of these approaches are about playing games or trying to manipulate her into chasing you. These approaches are about protecting your self-respect. Your goal is not revenge. Your goal is not to teach her a lesson. Your goal is simply to establish and maintain boundaries that protect your dignity. Here is the mindset you need to have. Your time, your emotions, your attention are valuable resources. You do not give them to people who do not value them. When someone shows you through their actions that they do not value you, you believe them. You do not make excuses for them. You do not give them another chance to prove what they already proved. You simply remove them from your life and move on. This is what Robert understood. He was not angry at Elena. He was not trying to get back at her. He simply recognized that her behavior disqualified her from access to his life. And here's what happened after Robert blocked her and she showed up at his gym. Robert continued living his life. He kept working out, kept building his business, kept spending time with his kids, kept going on dates with other women. 6 months later, Robert met someone new, a woman named Catherine, 50 years old, also divorced, works as a nurse. Catherine does not play games. She communicates clearly. She does not disappear. She treats Robert with respect. Robert told me recently if I had taken Elena back, if I had accepted her disrespect, I would never have met Catherine. I would have been stuck in a cycle of being someone's backup option instead of being someone's first choice. Blocking Elena was not about her. It was about me finally valuing myself enough to walk away from someone who did not value me. Now let me tell you the uncomfortable truth about why this is so hard for men over 40. Many of us went through divorces. Many of us spent years in marriages that ended badly. Many of us have been out of the dating game for a long time. So when we meet someone who seems great, someone we have chemistry with, someone we can imagine a future with, we hold on tight, maybe too tight. We are afraid that if we let this one go, we might not find another. We are afraid of being alone. We are afraid of starting over again. So we tolerate behavior we should not tolerate. We make excuses we should not make. We give chances we should not give. But here's what you need to understand. Being alone is not the worst thing that can happen to you. The worst thing is being with someone who makes you feel alone even when you are together. The worst thing is being someone's backup option, their safety net, their sure thing they can take for granted. The worst thing is sacrificing your dignity for the illusion of connection. You are not desperate. You have value. You have options. You deserve someone who chooses you consistently, not just when their other options fall through. So when she comes back like nothing happened, remember this. Her return is not about your value. It is about her need. She didn't miss you. She missed the feeling you gave her. She didn't realize she made a mistake. She simply ran out of better options. And you deserve better than being someone's backup plan. The choice is yours. You can be Robert, the man who walked away and found someone who actually values him. Or you can be Trevor, the man who spent a year being someone's yo-yo until his self-esteem was destroyed. Subscribe if this message resonated with you. Share it with men who need to hear it. And remember how people treat you is their choice, reflecting their character. But whether you let them continue to treat you that way is your choice, reflecting your self-respect. The door is yours to close. Close it.